Hello students. In this video lecture, we will continue our discussion on graphs. So in previous lecture, I have discussed with you the graph terminologies and the graph representation, out of which how to create adjacency matrix of a graph we have discussed. Our further discussion includes adjacency list. So how to represent graph using adjacency list, that we will discuss in this class. We will also discuss how to traverse graph. So that traversal I will take later on. At this point of time, my purpose to explain you how the adjacency list of a graph is prepared. Now you see this diagram. Before you go for any theory, you practice it, see it, and make your concept so that you can easily create adjacency list of a graph. See, I am taking this weighted directed graph. So this is the graph shown here, and this is the adjacency list of it. How to prepare it? Let us see. See, I have taken a vertical list. You forget about these blue diagram. This red portion you concentrate. So what you'll see here, that a graph G. So G is a pointer of graph, and then there are nodes. So what is the structure of those nodes we will discuss. But you first see here that if there are five vertices in this, or five nodes in this graph G, then there are five nodes in this vertical list. So this is a linked list having information about nodes. So vertical list will have information about nodes of graph. So A, B, C, D, and E. So these are the graph nodes, and this list of vertices is maintained in form of a linked list. So this node is connected to the next node, next node, next node, next node, and this E next is empty. That means E next is null. So there are five nodes. There is no sixth node. So this is null. So I have put a cross here. Now you see, we have taken this structure of this node in a manner that it has a pointer which points vertically and another pointer which points horizontally. So this is the horizontal list for A. This is horizontal list for B. This is horizontal list for C. Similarly, list horizontal list for D is empty. So I put cross here. Horizontal list for E is this. So what is meaning of this horizontal list, that we will see. But you need to understand that this vertical list contains list of nodes. It tells about list of nodes, and each node in this linked list is having two pointers, one for vertical list, one for horizontal list. So now you see what this horizontal list means. See, from A there are two outgoing edges. So we are considering outgoing edges. So there are two outgoing edges from A. One is from A to B and one is from A to C. So in horizontal list of A, there will be two nodes. They will keep information about these two outgoing edges. So one is outgoing to B with weight 3, and another is outgoing to C from A to C, means A to C and weight 4. So these two nodes are giving us information that A to B is edge NH with weight 3 and A to C is an edge with weight 4. So in this manner, the information which is there in this diagram is kept here in form of linked list. So structure of this node, you can see that it will contain this B information, which node, and the weight of edge. So structure of this node is slightly different from this, and this node have only one pointer which points to the next node of similar type. So this is a horizontal node of a horizontal list, and this is a node of a vertical list. So vertical list node have two pointers, but this have only one pointer. I have taken in this way. Now you see, from B there are two edges which are outgoing. B to C, and B to D. You will say what to do with B to A. B to A edge is not present. A to B edge is there because this is direction. Now, if B this direction, if this would be an undirected graph, then B to A will also be there. But now we will take only outgoing from B, B to C, B to D. So B to C is of weight 2, B to D is of weight 1. So you can write in this manner. Then C to D, only one outgoing is there. So C to D, one outgoing. And then next is null. D2, no outgoing. E2, only two outgoing, 7 and this 5. So E to C of weight 7, E to D of weight 5. So these two nodes and links between them. Now, in this manner, if you represent, then this is called a adjacency list of graph. Now you can see you need to take in this manner. If you represent, you need to take two type of nodes. So I am calling them V node and H node. These V node and H node words are given by the programmer. They are identifier, they are not specific that only this is required to be written. No. So this is node type 1, node type 2. So in node type, this V node, you have one information part, that is node name. So character node, and two pointers. So two pointers. So one is pointer to itself, means similar node. So pointer to similar node. Another is pointer to different type of node, H node. So struct V node pointer N1 and struct H node pointer N2. And here also you can see this diagram. In this, there is only one information part for, there are two information part, one for the name of node and one for the weight of edge. So integer W, that is weight, and character N, that is for the name of node. So this is H node structure. It is also having a pointer which points to H node itself. So struct H node pointer next. So in this manner you can keep. Now please remember that this arrangement can be changed. You may take same node structure and then you can put null in the pointer which is reserved for vertical lists. So here this vertical pointer is used, and in if you put that here also, you will put null in them because vertical pointer is not used in that case. And this information edge weight, so you can keep it here also in this node, and then you can keep it blank or you can put minus infinity or something like that. So you can definitely apply your own idea of taking the structure of these nodes, and you can modify those structures according to your need. Say if this is not a weighted graph, then this weight is not required and you can modify this structure. Say direction is not there, then it will not affect the structure of this much, because A to B you also take and B to A also you will also take. So you can modify the structures accordingly according to your need. This is not bounded, this is for explanation. So note, you can also take common node structure. In that case, few places will remain unused. So that is a note here. Then another note is also there. If graph is not weighted graph, you may change the structure of H node. So if it is not a weighted graph, you may change the structure of H node, means you can leave this point, this integer W. And or you may assign one in W part, or if it not is a weighted graph, then you can also take the same structure for if your program is applying for weighted, unweighted, all type of graphs, then you can keep this, but you can put one in case of unweighted graph. If graph is not directed graph, each edge will be considered in both direction AB and BA. So that is always true. If direction is not there, then AB and BA are same and they are considered in both the cases. So I hope that by end of this discussion, you are clear how the graphs are represented in computer memory. So if under the heading how to represent graphs, If you are asked some question, you can answer the question in your exams. In exam, apart from definitions or explain with example what is adjacency matrix, what is adjacency list, you can also be asked, a graph is given to you, and then you are asked to prepare the adjacency list or adjacency graph for adjacency list or adjacency matrix for it. So that discussion regarding representation of graph is over. Then we will discuss how to traverse the graph. So traversal means uh, visiting every node in some order. So that traversal we have done with linked list, stack, queue, and trees also. In trees, there were three types of traversing algorithm: in order, pre-order, and post-order traversal. And I also ask you not to merge those in order, pre-order, post-order traversal algorithm with infix, prefix, and postfix notations, which we have studied as an application of stack. So for time being, I'm stopping here, and I will record another video where I will discuss graph traversal algorithms, BFS and DFS, because it is going lengthy. So in next lecture, I'll be discussing BFS and DFS algorithms. I stop here. Stop here. So you watch video 1 and video 2 for graphs, and you will be clear with the representation schemes of graph. Those are called the sequential or linked representation. Sequential representation means adjacency matrix, and linked representation means adjacency list. Thank you very much.